Listen, if you want to see your life change and you want to see the quality of your life begin to get better, especially when it comes to people, you have to learn to walk around with the scissors, my family. It seems like even though you are such a good person, you're always willing to give them the benefit of the doubt. You're willing to give people second chances. You're willing to see if their actions, their behaviors, and anything like that is going to change. The truth of the reality is that it's never going to change. Right? As long as you allow for things to happen to you without standing up for yourself and putting your foot down, it's going to continue to happen. It takes a person that actually wants to change to actually change, right? And this is where things will begin to get better for you, like I said, if you walk around with the scissors, my family. Now, I'm not talking about walking around with a physical pair of scissors and you're doing something crazy, all right? But right now, your cutoff game has to be so strong that you just don't care anymore. See, people expect for you to always be nice, right? They expect for you to always be a helping hand, to always bend over backwards for people, to always give them your last, right? And some people, yes, you can do that for, right? Some people do deserve that time and attention, but unfortunately, there are a lot of people that do not deserve that, right? I don't take this as a confirmation right now, today. Right? You might need to completely ghost someone. You might need to cut them off. No more second chances. The moment someone does you wrong, walks all over top of you, disrespects you, you got to walk away. Right? And this is how you're going to get better. Okay? Because if you continue to allow for these things to happen over and over and over and over again, my family, you're going to find yourself hurt. You're going to find yourself with a broken heart, and you're actually not going to move forward in life. You see, this ties in perfectly with your personal growth and development, right? Because if you want to grow, if you want to get better, you want to grow into the version of yourself that's going to actually help the people that truly need it, and people are actually standing by your side because they actually care about you, this is what you're going to have to do. You see, a lot of people don't actually want your help. They want your attention. They want your time. They want your energy. Right? They know that you are the chosen one of your family. They know that you have a unique energy and frequency about you that's going to help do something out here in the world while they're just living an average life. Okay? Some people, and it's just so sad to say, right? It seems like the world is just so backwards. The more that you care about people, the less they care about you. Now, obviously, that's not for every person, right? That's not for every person. But this is why you have to find your tribe. Because there are a lot of people, unfortunately, and when I say a lot, my family, it's a lot. Like, there are a lot of people, the more you seem to care about them, the more that you seem that you're willing to give them a helping hand, the more that they're going to take advantage of you and run with it. You're never going to hear from this person again. They're going to walk all over top of you. They're going to disrespect you. And then they're going to spread rumors about you behind your back. Make sure you're walking around with those pair of scissors, my family. All right, because doing this is going to be so much better for your life. I'm trying to tell you. And unfortunately, there's just a lot of people they're just full of negative energy, right? They're full of negative energy. They're full of negativity, right? And they just want to bring you down with them. Okay, this is not your tribe. These are not your people. You may think it is. Right? Maybe you laughed and played around with them, growing up. Maybe they've been your friends and family, for 15, 20 years, whatever that number may look like to you. But unfortunately, some of these people have been holding you back your entire life. Come on now, who can resonate with that? Drop your comments down below. Let me know. Some people are purposely holding you back, or you are holding yourself back by staying in that crowd, by staying with that person, by staying in that group over there, and you haven't been able to elevate, you haven't been able to move, you haven't been able to actually do anything whatsoever. And you may have found that some of these people were talking behind your back. They were, saying things, they were spreading rumors, they were doing all these different things about you, and you did absolutely nothing about it, right? You didn't have a backbone, all right? I'm telling you right now in this message, it's time for you to have a backbone. It's time for you to stand up on your own 2 feet. It's time for you to move forward. And if that means you have to move forward without people, you have to do it. You completely have to do it. Now, here's the thing. Some of you may be afraid to make that step. You may be afraid to actually move forward and leave people behind because you're used to them, right? You're used to them being by your side. You're used to talking to them, whatever that might look like. Okay, but if you actually want the quality of your life to get better, if you want to remove the negative mindset, if you want to remove those negative feelings that they give you, and you know what I'm talking about, right? Because you heard what so-and-so said about you, you heard what they did, or you saw what they did, whatever that is, and you absolutely didn't do anything. And this will haunt you for a very long time. Well, how will that haunt me, Coach Kev? How is that going to hold me back? Reason is because you're going to be so fixated. You're going to be thinking about it over and over and over again. You're going to be questioning, well, are they a true friend? Are they a true partner? Are they a true family member? Are they true this? Are they true that? Like, you're just going to be thinking about that consistently over and over and over again, to the point where, you know, you're not walking this narrow path. You're not walking down the path, or, you know, the place that you are supposed to go to reach your destination. It is extremely, extremely imperative, my family, that you give these people no more chances. Because you are the chosen one of your family, sometimes you just can't be so nice to people, man. Right? And that's the thing. People think, oh, you're such a spiritual person. Like, it's okay if I take advantage of you a little bit. It's okay if I talk to you this way and treat you poorly. It's okay if I do this and I do that. It doesn't matter. You got to be like a spiritual gangster out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to learn to just completely walk away from people when they did you wrong. And the thing is that, remember, they will come back. They will come back. Remember, you have a unique frequency about you. So a lot of people are going to return and come back into your life. But the thing is that they think that you will never walk away from them. They think that you will never leave, that you will always stay there because you are such a great individual and you're always willing to help. This is like the dark side of being chosen. This is like the dark side of being such a good person, right? Because you don't want to see people fail. You don't want to hurt people. You don't want to do any of that. But at the same time, you have to protect you. If you don't protect you, who's going to protect you, right? If you do not protect yourself, if you're not out here protecting your energy, protecting the path that you're going down, your purpose, right? You're not chasing people. You're chasing after your purpose. Chase after your purpose. Stop trying to chase validation from other people just because you want people to like you, or you don't want to feel alone. My family, sometimes, or a lot of the times, especially right now on this journey, you need to be alone. You absolutely need to be alone, okay? Because you're going to be able to see clearly. You're going to be able to hear clearly. You're going to be able to move forward with purpose, clarity, and intention. This is why you have to chase after your purpose. Stop chasing after people. Stop chasing validation and whatever else that you think that you can get from these people, man. Because the world that we're living in right now, everything is just changing so rapidly. Everything's changing so fast. People's behaviors are just off the wall. They're off the charts. You have to find your tribe. It's so important to find a community of like-minded people right now that are going down the same journey as you, or they have the same beliefs as you, right? Or they're willing to help other people too, and you guys can help each other, right? They're not here to take. They're not here to steal. They're not here to take advantage or disrespect you, right? When you find the right tribe and the people that actually want to be in your corner, your life, your quality of life is going to get that much better in a way that you can't even imagine. Like, you can't even fathom it, because you may have been so used to being around people taking advantage of you that now that's the norm for you, right? Like, you're just like, I'm used to it at this point, Coach Kev. Like, I'm used to people acting this way. I'm used to people treating me like this. Like, I'm just used to it, and I don't really know what to do. So I'm just gonna stay there. Come on now, you're better than that. You're way better than that, and you deserve better than that. How many of you feel that you don't deserve a true friendship? Right? Maybe you feel like you don't deserve true love, and you end up staying in that relationship with that person, and they are belittling you, right? They're disrespecting you. They're doing all these things to you. But because you're afraid to leave, or you're afraid to be alone, you end up just staying there. That's only hurting you. All right? It's not hurting the other person, because they're benefiting off of your energy. They're benefiting off of your time. They're benefiting off of everything that you can give to them, but you are unable to move forward, right? Going back to being the dark side of being chosen of your family and walking down this narrow path is that you always want, like I said, you're just always willing to help someone else, because you don't want to harm nobody. You want people to win. You want to see people become successful. Like, you are that girl, or you are that guy, right? There's just something so great about you that it's hard for you to hurt the wings on a fly. Right? You don't even want to hurt the wings on a fly. You don't even want to stomp on an ant if you see it in your house, right? Like, that's how good of an individual that you are. But when it comes to people, you bend over backwards over and over and over and over and over again, and you end up getting hurt in the long run. That ends today, my family. No more second chances, yo. No more second chances. When I'm telling you, as soon as someone disrespects you, as soon as someone treats you poorly, as soon as someone says something about you, spread rumors about you, no more second chances. You have to completely cut them off, and you got to move forward. You got to let people know that you're standing on business. And when you stand on business, and when you move with purpose and clarity and intention, and you're moving in the right direction, going down the narrow path, and you're like, you know what? I'm leaving you behind. I'm leaving you behind. I don't care what you're going through. This is where it can get really hard for you, because people will come back into your life with that sob story. They'll come back crying. They'll come back saying, oh, please, this is the last time. This is the last time. I promise I won't do it ever again. Like, please, let me make it up to you. Let me do this. Let me do that. And you know that they're not going to change, because it's been the same story all the time. And you have seen this repeatedly over and over and over again. Don't fall for the okie doke, my family. Don't fall for the tricks, right? Silly rabbit, tricks are for kids. Do not fall for their tricks and schemes in the plot of the enemy. You see, when you're moving forward in life, you're going to see a lot of these things pop up in your life. You're going to see a lot of the narcissism come back around, right? You're going to see a lot of it. But can you see through it, right? Can you see through it? Can you move through it? Do you have the strength and the inner willpower to actually let go? My family, this is going to make your life so much easier and better when you're able to do that. Look, man, there's over 9 billion people in this world, all right? There's a lot of people out here that can be your true friend. There's a lot of people out here that are on the same vibe as you, under a like-minded community of you, going down the same path, dealing with the same thing. And you two will be able to help one another, because you're not willing and you're not trying to take advantage of one another. You're actually bouncing ideas off one another. Somebody trips and falls, you're willing to help them up. You trip and fall, they're willing to help you up. You see, when you trip and fall, when you go through things, people are not there for you. Come on now, who can resonate with that one? Drop your comments down below. It seems like every time you are there for someone else, right? People can call you at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Their car broke down, and you will jump out of bed willing to go help them. All right? But when it comes to you, you don't get that reciprocation. You don't get that energy in return. All right? And you have to start paying very close attention to these things, because people will show you exactly who they are. They will show you their true colors if you're paying attention to it. Don't get blinded by the colors, my family. Don't get blinded by the schemes and the plots. Just because you want a friend, just because you want a boyfriend, you want a girlfriend, you want a husband, you want a wife, do not get blinded by their actions and their behaviors. All right? Man, I'm trying to tell you guys right now, this is so imperative, because your journey, right, the success that you're looking for and the things that you're trying to accomplish in your life is on the other side of that door over there. The only reason you can't go through the door is because they're standing in front of the door. They're trying to block you from getting to the door with all their sob stories, their crying, their depression, and everything like that. They're projecting onto you. They know that you are special. They know that you are just an amazing light out here in the world. And that the moment that you walk through that door, they know that it's over for them. It's completely over for them. So this is extremely important, that you just don't give people second chances anymore. All right. Now, you may have some genuine people, right? If that actually are like, you know what, I have to change because I see the value that you bring to my life and I don't want to lose that, right? They're not trying to like take advantage of you in that type of way. But some people messed up, right? And then they come back in a genuine manner and you actually see change. When you actually see the change, my family, okay, maybe they can get a second chance. But most of the time, people will never change. They will never, ever change. You may see some different behavior in like the first week, the first few days, but then it immediately goes back to who they are, because that is who they are. It's their true colors. All right, so pay close attention to this. Make sure you are really looking after this, because I want you all to be successful. I want you all to move forward in life. Right? That business that you're trying to start, that YouTube channel that you're trying to build, that personal brand, that idea that you have. All right. You have to move forward with that. All right. Stop sitting on a gold mine. Stop sitting on these ideas and things that you have, messing with these people over here who are doing absolutely nothing with their life. All they're doing is trying to, pull you down or pull you into their shenanigans. And you shouldn't be over there. You shouldn't be doing or messing with that person or with that group of people, because it's not bringing any quality to your life. All right. Take this message right here extremely seriously. This is going to motivate somebody today. I don't know who's dealing with this. You might be dealing with this in your life right now. Maybe you have gone above and beyond for someone. Maybe you have done everything possible to try to help this person. Maybe you're dating someone and you're doing things to really help them, but they're not willing to help themselves, right? And the great part of your heart is going to want to keep them around because you're like, man, I don't want to see you fail. I don't want to see you, end up in the streets, or I don't want to see you going down the wrong path. Like, let me try to help you. But if they're not willing to actually make that change for themselves, you got to let people fend for themselves, right? And unfortunately, a lot of people, they want to take what you have, right? They want to benefit off of your gifts. They want to benefit off of your connections, off of your talents, and they want to use it like it's their own. And my family, this will burn you out. This will completely tear you up if you allow for these things to happen. You have to move forward without people. You got to walk around with those pairs of scissors, right? And you got to cut that umbilical cord as soon as possible. I'm telling you, no more second chances, chosen one. No more second chances. You have seen enough. You have been through enough crap. You have dealt with enough of people's BS. Like, you have just dealt with a lot in your life, right? Come on, who does that resonate with, right? You felt like you've just dealt with so much, or maybe you have so much going on in your own life that you have other people trying to pop up and pull you into their own problems and everything like that because they know that you can provide a solution. They know that you have such an energy about you that you'll be able to pick up their emotions and their feelings and everything like that. You'll be able to encourage and motivate them through their trials and tribulations. And while that is all great, that's good to know, that's good to have. But if you don't know how to protect your own energy, if you don't know how to move in silence, if you don't know how to cut the ties from people when you're really supposed to, they're gonna walk all over top of you for the rest of your life. For the rest of your life, people will walk all over top of you, especially because you are such an amazing individual. They only want what you have. They only want what you have, and you cannot allow for that to happen. And the moment you decide to grow and just have like a stronger heart for yourself, you're like, you know what? I got a heart of steel. Like, you don't want to have like such a soft heart for people that it's always getting broken. It's always getting thrown out, onto the ground, getting stomped on and everything like that. Right now is such a vital time for your spiritual awakening journey and the path that you're being called down. You need to have a heart of iron, right? You gotta learn to let go. You gotta learn to cut people off. You gotta learn to tell them no, right? Stop being a yes man and a yes woman all the time. Learn to tell people no. I can't do it. I'm not going. I can't do this for you. I can't. Sorry. No. And here's what's sad about that, man. This is what's sad about that, because they can tell you no all the time when you're asking for help, right? Maybe you're asking for help, or maybe you need a helping hand with something. Maybe you're, asking them for advice, and they can say, well, you know what? I don't have time. I don't have time to talk to you. Or you call them, they don't answer the call. You text them, they never respond back. But next thing you know, they're all over social media, right? And of course, people are entitled to do whatever they want on their own phone, okay? But at the end of the day, it's just disrespect, because they saw your message. They saw you called, right? They saw that you reached out to them, but they decided to ignore you. They decided to not respond. But the moment when you do this, you're the bad person, right? You're the one that gets chewed out. You're the one that gets the finger pointed at them. And they have absolutely everything to say about what you are doing with your own life. This is where your I do not care comes in, my family, right? This is where that has to come in. The moment you say, you know what, I just don't care anymore. I just don't care. And that's been the problem. That's the thing about being, one of the chosen ones of your family, and just always wearing your heart on your sleeve and being a great person, like, because you're willing, when people ask, like, you want to say yes because you want to help people out. But the moment that you don't care, you're the bad person. Well, I'm telling you right now, if you want the quality of your life to get better, if you want to move down the path that you're supposed to go down with purpose, clarity, intention, right? And you want to actually get something done for yourself, you have got to learn to tell people no. You have to put your foot down. And the moment they disrespect you or treat you some type of way, they don't even get a second chance. You just completely cut them off from here on out. Just cut them off, my family. Ghost them, block them, delete them, whatever it is. Okay? But people don't deserve your energy. They don't deserve your time and attention anymore, unless they really, really deserve it. Right? Stick with people that actually care about you. Stick with people that actually want to see you succeed. Stick with people that are willing to get up out of the bed at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning to come and help you. right? It's going to be very, very slim that you find those type of people, man. Very, very slim that you find those type of people in your life. This is why when you find your like-minded community, when you find your like-minded tribe, when you find people that are willing to give you that helping hand, you keep them, you treasure them as close as possible, because those are going to be your people. Those are the people that's gonna help you move forward in life when you're actually struggling, when you're actually going through things, when you're actually dealing with people, dealing with the narcissist. They're the ones that's gonna be by your side to help move you through that, right? Walk around with the scissors. No more second chances, yo. No more second chances. I don't know who needed to hear this message today, but a lot of you are unable to move forward in life because you keep giving that person over there, or that group of people over there, or that family member over there, you keep giving them second, third, fourth, and fifth chances. And all they are doing is walking all over top of you. And then you're feeling the emotion and you can't even move forward in life. I want you to move forward in life. I want you to get better. I believe in your success. I believe that everything that you're working towards, everything that you want to do out here in the world can be achieved. But do you believe it? Do you believe that you deserve it? Because that group of people over there, that person over there thinks that you don't deserve it. They may throw light shade at you, right? You may tell them that you got a promotion at the job and they're like, well, I didn't think you were even capable of doing that. Like, well, congratulations, but I didn't think you went to school for that. I didn't think you had a background in that. They're throwing shade, my family, right? They are indirectly disrespecting you, right? And they're thinking that you can't see through it, but you are extremely smart, right? You're not stupid. You are intelligent and you are wise. You can literally hear through their words and see through their actions and behaviors and everything that they're doing and everything that they're saying, that they are low-key disrespecting you, right? These are not your people. They're jealous. They're hating, they're envious of you. They don't want to see you rise above. They don't want to see you become successful. And all they're going to do is disrespect you and walk all over top of you every chance that they get. Do not let that happen. This is your moment. This is your confirmational message right here to let those people go. Ghost them. No more second chances. And you continue to keep on keeping on. All right. So I don't know who needed to hear that message today. I hope it fired you up. I hope it provided some motivation for you today. Because I've seen too much of this over the years, and just how people will do whatever it takes to keep you down here just so you don't actually rise above. All right? Walk away from people when it is truly, truly needed. And a lot of the time, many of you right now need to do that, right? I don't know who needed to hear it, but many of you right now absolutely need to do that. Okay? So I love you guys to life. If you want to build that personal brand, that YouTube channel, you want to build your business with clarity, purpose, and intention, you have a story that you need to share with the world, you need to walk away from people, you need to do what you are called to do, okay? I got you covered, and I would love to talk with you, all right? So come on over and join the Creators Hub. It is absolutely free for you to join. Link is in the description. It is also in the comments down below, right? A lot of people don't want to see you succeed. When they see that you have something great about your life, they're going to do everything to keep you at bay, to keep you down, to keep you from actually reaching it, to keep standing in front of that door so you actually can't get to the door. Okay, don't let that happen, my family. Cut them off, ghost them, and walk away completely, 1000%. All right, so listen, you guys have an amazing day today. I love you all to life. Don't forget to turn on your bell notifications for more videos to come, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Peace.